Hello YouTube. I haven't made a video for ages because, to be fair, I haven't really had anything to make a video on kit wise, and no new trips or anything because I've got 2 young kids now, so at the minute it's really hard to get out. Hopefully there'll be one of them coming soon. But I've had this bag for ages and I reviewed it a while ago. Sorry, I didn't review this at all because this is what the review's on. I reviewed something else and someone said they wanted me to review this, so I thought I haven't made a video for ages. Get new subscribers every day, so thanks for all the subscriptions. So I thought I'd make a video, and as someone asked for this, I thought I'd do this. This is the Maxpedition. Hold on. Operator, yeah, Operator. I never remember the name. This one is the Operator. I use this all the time, at the minute more than anything else, because I put the laptop in it and loads of other stuff. But yeah, that's just the way I hold it. So I'm just going to do this just so you can see the way to hold it. Obviously, you could put it over your shoulder as well. If you're in like a busy city or something, you didn't want it to get stolen. Or just carry it by the handle, which I do quite often as well. And in airports, obviously, you can sit it on top of your thing. It's got these tags on the back here. I think if you get the Maxpedition roll-on luggage and that, it slots down the pole of the Max, but I haven't got all of that. I'll move the camera over there now and we'll get into the actual bag itself. So yeah, this is the Maxpedition Operator Tactical Attache. Tactical Attache. Basically comes under the laptop bag selections, not the messenger bag. This is actually the laptop bag, and it is the medium one. Yeah, so this is for a 15.5-inch screen. That fits in there perfectly. There's no like forcing it in around the edges or anything like that. It goes in there no problem. So the whole width you've got across there of the inside of the bag is almost 16.5 inches inside the bag. So in there it's got nice normal Maxpedition, really good quality. But so then inside it's got this divider which comes out, which I find really useful because you can slide your Kindle in there, you can slide a phone in there, and then it's got all of this Velcro hook and loop on the back where you can, if you've got the space, normally that middle bit is taken up for me with the laptop, takes up quite a bit, then I'll show you once more. So you stick that divider in, but the point of the hook and loop is you can get Maxpedition accessories to hook on there. But you can see there's the laptop, and then once you pack these pockets out and the back pocket, obviously they push internally a little bit, but so you've got, normally I have the laptop in there or the other side, then you can use the pockets, and then you've got that space where I normally will put the charger and just leads and all that kind of stuff fit down there nicely. If you're only taking this, you could obviously fit clothes in there as well. Obviously, if you've got really big stuff, like if you were using it as a camera bag or something, you could get different dividing pouches for this and slide your camera into there, sit that right at the back, and then, move all your camera and stuff around like that. It's very wide in there. The measurement inside there at the bottom is 4.5 inches, so you can fit a lot in that middle bit. And obviously the middle bit is the most secure because you've got all the padding from that side, all the padding from that side. So for me, that's where I put my valuables. You've got these really good nylon pull cords like normal with Maxpedition with the YKK zippers, etc. Obviously you can put a padlock through there if you wanted to, if you were, I don't know. But the great thing like these with all Maxpedition stuff is you got these little snap lock loops at the side that you can put. This is just if you had it swung around your back and using a queue, and some little bastard come along and done that, with this open, they can just do that really quietly, slip their hand in, nick your camera or something like that. So the point of this is it's not going to stop anyone breaking in here if you're not there, because obviously they'll just unbutton the button. But the point of this is you put the pull cords in there and they can't get their hand in there. Obviously if you want more security you can put a padlock on there, but to be fair, what's a padlock? If you're leaving it somewhere, someone's just going to come along with a knife and cut along there and get in. So at the back here you've got some more. You've got another one of these to lock them into, but that's also for the back pockets. The back zip, sorry, for the back pockets. So you could put them on there, you can put them all together under that tab and lock them all together there. And then on the top you've got this handle, which to be fair, sometimes I do find this a little bit annoying having to do that up, but there's no real way around it, is there? Because you can't get into the bag any other way, but I'd like to just be able to comfortably lift it up. It's good because they've obviously made this firm so you can grab it, but don't know, the design of this I don't love that much, because like when you pick it up it's not like that underneath, but it's a minor thing. The main thing, it's really strong. These aren't going to break, no way. That is thick, strong webbing, double stitched and all of that kind of stuff. And then under here, which I put my tripod in today, you've got these. I think, you know, because these are tactical, most people that get these, do they use them for tactical? I don't know, but the reason they're tactical makes them strong. That's the great thing with Maxpedition. You might buy something like this from another shop and it'll be cheap crap that'll break. But yeah, so they advertise these little Velcro loops for battens and stuff. Obviously, normal people, we're not going to be carrying battens around. But obviously, yeah, you can fit tripods in there. So, let's do that back up. Then you've got this nice, thick, padded shoulder strap, which gets on my nerves. I'd like if there was a way of securing. I just think this reminds me of my tool bag. One of my tool bags, I've done a video on that, and that's got a bit of Velcro on it like that, or it's got some buttons on it and you can clip it to the bag. So if you're just carrying it by the handle, this isn't flapping around everywhere, which is a bit annoying. So a nice design would be, you know, some sort of, so you could attach this to the bag when it's not in use, because it does flap around a lot. I mean, I suppose, in all fairness, what you could do is just sit it on there and then do your handle up over it, but it's just gets in the way a bit of the handle. You can move it around by doing that, or take that off altogether, change it for another one. Don't know why you would want to do that, but the option's there. Then on the sides, you've got these two pouches. One is for a 32 ounce Nylon, which it fits perfectly. The other is slightly smaller, which is this side. But to be fair, what I've taken to put in there is stuff I want to get to quickly, like going through an airport, your plastic bag full of your liquids and stuff, just whack that in there, you can pull it out real quick. Or the charger for my laptop fits in there. Again, on the website, it's advertised for taking a walkie-talkie and all of this stuff, which I'm sure some people do use it for, but I don't. So yeah, the laptop can fit in there, although the plug has to come off. But you know, it's just an option. Or you can have a smaller water bottle in there. And then the great thing is, which I'll show you around the other side, with these side pockets, and I do use this quite a lot, obviously depending on what I've got in there, you have these pull tabs. So you can tighten, you can adjust the length of your bungee cord there. So you can pull that through, tighten that up, and then you just have a really short bungee cord. Obviously when you've got a Nylon bottle in there, that fits over the mouth of the Nylon bottle. They've also got little eyelets in the bottom. They've got Velcro on it, no idea what that's for though. Maybe if you wanted to pull that right down over the edge and like tuck the whole thing in, yeah. But the point was, it has got an eyelet grommet down there for if your water bottle leaks, and then it isn't going to soak into the bag and into the rest of the bag. Also on the bottom here, you've got a really, which I love, because obviously when you're carrying a bag, you do put the bag on the floor a lot, and this has got a nice waterproof, strong, I think it's leather, but whatever it is, it's a strong material, not the nylon of the bag underneath, that isn't going to get frayed, isn't going to let water in, isn't going to let any kind of stuff you don't want on your lap. And then you've got this nice big pocket in the back here. All of this here is padded, thick padding, foam padding in there, which is great because whatever's in here that will protect, which for me could be a Kindle, phone, anything, but again it's protecting what's in the middle as well. In here I've just got my books, which I'm now going to advertise. When the Saint Comes Marching Home, Poison Saints, and Keep On Running. If you like a crime thriller, get involved. Then inside, these pockets open down nice and wide, which is always good, so you can get to your stuff easily, and if there's something trapped in the bottom, you ain't got to piss around getting your hand in, and you can just see. So the width for that is, when it's open right out like that, which it does, about 2 inches. Again, Maxpedition. It looks like they might be smaller, and then once you start stuffing things in, it opens out, and you know, no matter how much you stuff in there, within reason, the zips are always going to close, and they're not going to break on you, because, and you know, this stitching is not going to tear on the zip. It's not going to happen with Maxpedition. So then on the inside, and look, this is another great thing with them. The webbing continues all the way down the side of the bag, under the bag, and all the way back around. So that webbing is never going to come away from this bag. No matter, you could probably put a massive amount of weight in there, and you're not going to rip this handle off of this bag. Then in here, I never really use this, but there is a little quick fast buckle in there that had a document in there, A4 size, that would stop that coming out, I guess, but like I said, I don't really use that much. Or just to fasten stuff down. So you have a nice big pocket there. Then behind that, 3 slip pockets, decent kind of size, can fit phones in there, Kindle fits in there I think. And then obviously you've got the pocket in front of that, which is where you could fit another laptop in there easy. You can easily fit an iPad, tablets, things like that in there. 2 pulls on it again that open all the way around, like I say. Then moving around to the front. This is the kind of thing I would never use, because I think that's for military things. My girlfriend would never let me go out of the house with my ID in there going to an airport. But if you need it for that purpose, work or anything like that, then yeah, that's good. But obviously you're not going to walk around with your driving licence in there because you're going to look like a massive cock. But it has got that little slip pocket. You could put other stuff in there. To be fair, I don't use that one that much. And then behind that, there's another pocket, which is a very decent size again. Can fit a lot in there. This is a very annoying feature of this bag. Here, the zipper for this main big pocket starts around there. So every time you want, and it just naturally hooks itself in there. When you've got this pocket loaded out and these two, it hooks itself in there. So it's a bit of a bastard getting to it. It's not the end of the world, but it just would have made a lot more sense to me to have it around that side, so then you can just get it nice and easy and just open it halfway as you do, and then, you know, pull it back down and close it. So that's a bit, but I'm guessing they've done that to hide the zipper, so it's not easy for people to get to that are trying to break in your bag when it's on your back. And then, you know, that's all I can think that they've done that for, because if not, it's quite annoying having it around there. But anyway, it is around there. And then inside, in there, obviously my Kindle fits in there, lovely. Kindle even fits in that pocket nicely, no problem. And then yeah, in the back there, also available on the Kindle, is Poison Saints Keep On Running When the Saint Comes Marching Home. If you fancy it, a lot cheaper than the paperback. And then in there, inside, a nice big thick pocket which you can fit a lot of stuff in. You could fit your Maxpedition organisers in there, your first aid kit, all kinds of stuff. That's 2 inches in there by 5.5. It's a massive pocket. Under this pocket you've got a multi-use pocket in there for, I use that for multiple things. That is, you can stretch that out to about 3 inches in the middle, but it's generally 2 inches, and then across it's 7 inches. So it's a nice big pocket. I put all sorts in there obviously, and then you've got holders, good thick bungee webbing pockets in there where you could put your multi-tool, and then obviously you've got the big pocket to put stuff in. Then you've got these 2 mini pockets. In what these are intended for, maybe they're intended for grenades or something, I don't know, but they're very good for just fitting your phone charger in that pocket. And again, they're nice deep pockets. They're not tight little things you're going to struggle to get stuff in. They're decent sizes. 2 inches out, 3 inches across. You can fit a lot in there, obviously. And then, yeah, these two are both just the same. Nice, thick Velcro that's not going to come undone when you're walking along. It ain't going to flap open. You've got to pull that. And then also, like all Maxpedition stuff, you have this good option here where you can, because it's such a thick bit there, you can fix it at different places. So if the item you've got in there is a little bit taller than the pocket itself, you can still, you've got that gap in the top there. Then, this I use quite a lot, but not for it. This has obviously got an intended purpose as well. They call this the CCW, I think, Concealed Carry Weapon. Obviously that's only relevant in America. That's what it's intended for, to put a pistol in there, and then all kinds of other magazines. Obviously if you're English and watching this, or anywhere else in the world you don't carry guns around, you're going to think, what am I going to use it for? But actually there is a lot of other things you can use it for. I slide important documents in here, or the plane tickets, passports, because the idea is you don't know it's there. It's got that tag on it, which people might wonder what that is, but you're generally going to look in all these other pockets before you look in that one. But yeah, so there is uses for this. Don't think that's just a wasted pocket if you're not going to carry a gun in it. There's lots of things you could put in there. And then obviously what they have is these 2 strips of Velcro. You can buy all this other stuff from Maxpedition. Actually, no, ignore that. The top strip is to close it up with. The bottom strip there, you could put another pocket in there, but to be fair, if you brought one of Maxpedition's pockets, which you'll see in some of my other videos. If you put them in there, it's probably going to bulk all this out and make, you know, it's going to take away from that space a little bit, and then also from the internal space. So for me, I think that's just great for documents, passports, that kind of stuff. But yeah, all in all, a great bag. Obviously it's got a few little things that I think they could make a bit better, which I've mentioned. Thicker webbing, that zip around that side, and then just put one of the loops around there if you're worried about people breaking in it. This handle, but other than that, it's a great bag. It's solid. It's got like all my I think one of my Maxpedition bags, and it's one I use a lot though, has got a little tiny hole in it, and I've had that for about 5 years, and it gets used a lot. This gets used a lot. Nothing, no stitching breaking, no holes. It's worth paying the money for. You buy a cheap one, it might last you a year. Then you buy another one. Then you buy another one. Add them all up, you could have had this one for 5, 10, a lifetime. You know, they don't break. They're just so solid. You know, like I say, they're not perfectly waterproof. And sometimes on some of the other YouTube videos, they go, yeah, water resistant. Water resistant for about, because I had my other Maxpedition bag, my No Attache gear sling on the front of me. Yeah, this is extreme, but it was on the front of me on a scooter, driving in Borneo on a scooter. And it was, obviously it's a tropical downpour, it's about as heavy rain as it can get. But everything in my bag was soaked. Because I knew it was going to get wet, but I didn't think it would get that wet. It literally, this become like a sponge, and it started soaking it up and going through. So these are not waterproof by any stretch of the imagination. They are splash proof. So yeah, them videos where they show you water coming on there and the pellets dripping off, yeah, that works. But you keep that water going on there, that water will go through and get everything inside. So bear that in mind, that's all I'm saying. Especially with bags like this, because you're going camping and that's not the end of the world. If you, well, it is if your sleeping bag gets wet, but you know, it's not the end of the world. If your laptop, your £1,000 laptop gets wet, that is coming close to the end of the world with all your stuff on it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hope you enjoyed the video. Nice to make one again, because I haven't made one for a long time. Any questions, just ask. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Ta-ta.